Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. So, for this time, I'm going to deliver the lesson today by YouTube recording. And for the groups who hasn't present the material or the presentation, it may deliver for next week, yeah. So just prepare your presentation for next week. So we are going to be in turn, yeah. So 1 week I'm going to deliver the presentation, and then the next time you are. Okay. So for this time, for this occasion, yeah, we are going to learn about strategic marketing planning. Yeah. So we would like to know what is actually the essence or the uh, nature of strategic planning. Yeah, here it is said that strategic planning is a managerial process to produce and maintain a match between the goals and resources of the organization with market opportunities. So why we need to have strategic planning? Because we have to adjust, because we have to match our capacity, our company capacity, our goals, our organization capabilities should be matched or should be adjust with the market opportunities. Why this should be shown? Because as we know that market is always dynamic, market is always changes. That's why we are as an organization, we have to well adapt, we have to adjust. Kita harus selalu menyesuaikan dengan perubahan market yang ada. Okay? Yeah. And the strategic planning objective itself actually it doesn't other just to generate profit for a long-term growth. Because as an organization, we expect that our organization will be long last. The profit we are going to get also will be long last. Yeah, it means that our selling is not booming up for today's, but also booming up for the next period. Kita berharap bahwa keuntungan kita itu tidak hanya sekedar untuk hari ini ya, tetapi bisa juga untuk next period, begitu kan? Ya, atau selalu. It will be continue, ya. Okay, so mistake in strategy, yeah, will lead to, yeah, the threaten of survival for company. Why? Because if we do have, yeah, I think wrong strategy, we will not ready to face the market. Or even if we do not have any strategy to get in the market, it will be more dangerous. Yeah, it is just like when you go to the war without any ammunition, without any weapon. Ya, jadi strategi ini sangat dibutuhkan, apalagi untuk market yang sangat dinamik. Mengapa? Karena kalau kita tidak punya strategi dan kita masuk ke dalam market yang dinamik, kita tidak bisa memprediksi apa dan seperti apa market itu kondisinya. Yang pada akhirnya itu akan bisa membuat sumber daya kita menjadi is not effectively dan effectively ya. Jadi kita tidak bisa membuat itu menjadi efektif. Ya, and also efficiently, ya. So that's why we have to really care about our preparation in making the strategy. Okay? Yeah. The better strategy you have, it means the more prepared you get in the market. Semakin bagus strategi Anda, semakin siap Anda untuk masuk dalam market. Ya, okay. So now we get to what's marketing plan. Okay, marketing plan or the planning itself is the process of anticipating things that might happen in the future and determining the strategies that should be used to achieve future goals. We are as an organization, we have the same or the similar goals. We have the same destination, of course. And how to achieve the goals or the destination itself, yeah, we have to really care about what should we prepare now. Yeah, that's why we have to analyze. That's why we have to identify what problems usually comes up nowadays. What problems usually, yeah, disappear or maybe appears nowadays, because it's not predictable, it's unpredictable. Yeah, if we get in the market without any preparation, you just wait for your organization to be crashed out. Okay, so the marketing planning includes effort to design activities related to marketing objectives and changes in the marketing environment. Marketing planning will be uh, in accordance with marketing environment. What does it mean? Our marketing planning, how we prepare our marketing planning, will influence or also will decide how can we authorize, how can we take over the market. Semakin kita siap dengan marketing planning kita, maka automatically itu kita akan membuat kita semakin siap untuk masuk dalam environment atau lingkungan marketing yang sesungguhnya. Ya, because the marketing planning is the basis for all marketing strategies and decision. Karena di dalam marketing planning itulah tercantum semua strategi dan keputusan. Okay? So, marketing plan, in a glance, we can say it as a written document that acts as a guidebook for all marketing activities that must be carried out by the marketing manager. Jadi ini adalah dokumen tertulis ya, yang disahkan atau yang dibakukan, yang kemudian nanti bisa menjadi sebuah SOP or Standard Operating Procedure, yeah, that will be applied for the whole stakeholder in an organization, yang akan bisa diterapkan di semua lini di dalam organisasi itu. Yeah, so it's not just for marketing division, it's not for finance division, it's not for accounting division, it's not for logistic division, but the whole stakeholder in an organization should push to be one goal. Ya, harus didorong untuk satu tujuan. Dan tujuan itu adalah tujuan yang tertuang di dalam marketing strategies that we have made before. Okay? Okay, now we go to why should we create a marketing plan? The first function or the first benefit is the marketing plan can be the basis for management to make comparison between expected performance and the actual performance that has been achieved. So we as an organization will know about our position in the market. Are we still in the low? Are we still in the middle? Are we still in the moderate? Or we have take over the market? Jadi di sini kita bisa tahu posisi kita sebagai organisasi. Level kita seperti seperti apa di market. Apakah kita masih rendah? Apakah kita masih kelas menengah? Atau mungkin kita sudah menguasai market? Why? Kenapa? Karena kita tahu posisi kita, sehingga kita bisa tahu kelemahan kita, kita tahu kekuatan kita, we know our weakness, we know our strength, to keep our position, even to develop, to increase our position, menaikkan posisi kita dari yang moderate menjadi yang high level, or kita bisa take over the market, gitu kan? Next, a written marketing plan describes all activities that help employees understand and work in accordance with the goal that to be achieved together. So by marketing plan which is written here, we are as employee, we are as members of organization will have any standard operating procedure, will have any guidelines, will have any we have any guidelines what to do. We have any guidelines, we have any arrangement to do, so at the last it will achieve the goals of the organization itself. Okay, the next, the marketing plan makes it easy for us to study the marketing environment and how the company employees work. Okay, so the marketing plan here will make us easier because it has been a standard operating procedure. It becomes a SOP in our company, that will be dealt, yang sudah disetujui, that will be agreed by every company, where every members of organization to be applied, and they have to be get one goals, work together with others to achieve a goal. Okay, the same goal, the same SOP, the same rules, the same arrangement, the same ethics, the same culture, of course. Next, after the marketing plan is made, it can be used as a reference for success of company futures activities. Ya, tentu saja di sini ketika kita memiliki marketing plan yang terencana, maka apa? Kita tahu seberapa sukses kita. Because the measurement of the success is not you have done the rules, no. The measurement of the success is when your sales or your product is well sold, no. But the successful of the measurement is always develop your organization and develop your SOP for achieving the market. Jadi di sini intinya adalah seberapa sukses kita itu tidak ditentukan bahwa Anda sudah melakukan SOP tadi yang tertuang dalam marketing plan, atau mungkin juga Anda sudah selesai melaksanakan itu, kemudian Anda harus melaksanakan yang lain. Tidak. Tetapi kunci suksesnya itu adalah selalu ada develop. Jadi Anda selesai melaksanakan apa yang sudah Anda kerjakan pun, Anda harus segala evaluasi dan look for the other next step. Anda harus mencari apa lagi ya kira-kira the next step, apalagi gitu yang harus bisa menjadi sebuah development atau the growth of your company. Okay, next, the marketing plan makes it easy for market manager to enter the market with an awareness of the possibility and problems that may be encountered. So we know the problems before we enter the market. So that when we enter the market, we are not shocked. Okay, we don't feel surprised because of the problems will be higher than our expectation or lower than our expectation. But at least we are ready with our strategies. Yeah, so when you face the problem A, you're ready with the strategy A. You face the problem B, you're ready with the way out B. Yeah. So whatever the problems you have already got a list to do because you are prepared. Okay. Next we go to marketing process now. Yeah. Here marketing plan elements. Okay. Companies need a marketing plan. Why? Because the scope of marketing plans is very broad and complex. Yeah. That's why we have to break down this to be three major or three most needed marketing plan. The first, determination of the company's missions and goals. Yeah. Second, conduct a situation analysis. And the third, describe the target market and determine the components of the marketing mix. Yeah, let's see from the first. Why should we decide our mission and goals first? Because the first of everything, at the first, at the beginning of everything, we should begin from our mission. Mission is different with vision, yeah. When you say mission, it means what you are going to do, what you would like to achieve, to reach in the next step. But not only what do you want to do, what do you want to achieve, but you have also think about how should you get it, how you drive yourself, your organization to get to achieve the goals. Okay. Next, you should conduct a situation analysis. Mission is not enough without you see the realistic. Mission is not enough without see the real problem in the market. Okay? Because when we see the market, then we can analyze. Oh, the market changes this far. Market berubah sejauh ini. And you can predict what strategies do you have. Yeah. So at least, you are not, I think being late up in trend. Jangan sampai Anda terlambat di dalam trend itu. For example, few years ago we have a company named Nokia. As you know, Nokia is a very branded and the top branded of handphone, But why finally they are bankrupt? Finally they are, I think it's not again exist in the market because they are late and they always think that they are the best. Yeah, we have to think that we are not always be the best. You will be the best when you always think that you should develop. Anda akan menjadi yang terbaik kalau Anda selalu berpikir berkembang. So, jangan seperti Nokia yang selalu berpikir dia terbaik dan pada akhirnya dia tertinggal oleh Android. Ya, dan ketika dia mau balik lagi, when they would like to get back to the market, ketika dia mau balik ke market has denied him. Ya, dia sudah menolak Nokia itu. Kenapa? Karena customer has been satisfied, has been convenience with they choose. Ya, mereka sudah nyaman dengan pilihan mereka, begitu kan? Ya. And the third will describe the target. Jadi kita harus sadar bahwa we cannot reach whole market. Kita nggak bisa jangkau semua market. That's why we have to specialize the market. Kita harus membuat kategori dari market itu. Kita harus membuat small class of the market that become our achievement, yang akan menjadi goals dan tujuan kita. Begitu ya. Kenapa? Karena the smallest market you achieve, the easier for you. Semakin kecil scope marketnya, semakin mudah untuk Anda achieving. But the bigger that, of course, will be the more difficult. Akan semakin sulit. Gitu. But step by step, after you can take over the small market, you will be well known. Anda akan mulai dikenal by the market itself, and the market itself will be bigger by itself. Jadi akan membesar dengan sendirinya, atau akan berkembang, will be developed by itself, dengan sendirinya, gitu ya. Nah, possible elements of marketing plan selain dari yang tadi, what should we consider too are budget. Budget, of course, we should care about the budget, ya, because every effort, every need will finally need budget. Okay, so budget itself should become our comparison for that, ya. Okay, kita harus mempertimbangkan, ya. And the second is schedule of implementation. So we should be realistic, ya, in here. Kita harus bisa realistic. Ya, don't make your achievement too far. Jangan membuat tujuanmu terlalu jauh. That will not be achieved. Kita gak akan bisa capai. Kita gak akan bisa raih itu, gitu ya. Jadi realistic. What you can achieve this year, make it realistic. So that's why ketika kita kejarnya itu enak, gitu. Karena we have in fact, ya, jadi kita bisa punya factual, kita bisa punya data yang akurat yang bisa kita capai, gitu. The next, the necessary marketing research effort. Okay, because marketing should always be research. Karena market itu harus selalu di riset. Without any research, you don't know about the position of the market nowadays. Jadi mengapa kita harus selalu meriset market? Karena the final destination-nya atau tujuan akhirnya itu adalah we know our existing in market. Keberadaan kita dulu in market, ya. And the elements of marketing planning. Okay, ya. Next, number 5, writing a marketing plan. The creation and implementation of a complete marketing plan will enable the organization to achieve its marketing goals and ultimately be successful. However, a marketing plan is only useful to the extent of the information it contains and the effort, creativity, thought involved in the making of plan. An example of writing a compact marketing plan will consist of the first, as we discussed, company mission. So the first we have to decide, or we have to deals, we have to create the company mission first. For the next, we need to get the marketing goals. What are our goals? What are our achievements? What are our destination to do? So you break up from the mission to be a goals. Jadi Anda harus menjabarkan dari sebuah mission menjadi sebuah goals. Kenapa? Karena untuk tadi ya menjadikan ini a realistic one, a proven one, something yang bisa terwujud begitu kan. Nah, number three is a situation analysis that consists of strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. So strength, it means that what have we achieved, what target that we have get, yeah. In the market, it means that what consumer or what clients that we have deals to, ya. Jadi di dalam market itu strength itu berarti seberapa yang sudah kita bisa capai, targetkan sama mana, clients mana yang sudah menjadi loyal dengan kita. Itu adalah our strength. Ya, so it means that your strength should you keep and maintain always. Tentu saja Anda harus selalu menjaga dan mempertahankan itu. Meanwhile the weakness, ya, it is opposite that what clients desire you haven't provide. Keinginan apa dari klien or customer yang belum bisa kita penuhi. That's our weakness. And we have to really think about it, make strategy of it, so that we can provide. Yeah, we can make our customer will be satisfied and convenience because we can provide what they need. Okay. Meanwhile, the opportunities, selain itu opportunities, beside it, ya, is your chance comparing to your competitor. Kesempatanmu terhadap kompetitormu. So, ketika kita masuk dalam market, maka kita juga harus always observe our competitor. Tadi ya, di dalam market analysis itu kita harus selalu melihat where we are, where our competitor are. Jadi kita harus melihat di mana kita dan di mana keberadaan competitor. What our competitor cannot be provide, yang nggak bisa diberikan oleh mereka, ya, that's our chance. So that's why we can make it as our opportunities. Ya. And the last is threat. Threat means our threaten. Ya. Celah apa yang kira-kiranya ada di kita, kelemahan apa yang tadi ya, weakness can be our threaten. Because our weakness can be take over by our customer or by our competitor. Jadi kelemahan kita bisa diambil oleh competitor. Yeah, so that's why you have to really look at your threats and focus on your weakness. How to fix it? Yeah. Number 4, selection of target market. Tadi seperti saya bilang, kita tidak bisa memenuhi semua keinginan market, tetapi kita harus lihat STP-nya ya, segmentation, target, and positioning dari our product itu seperti apa. Marketing mix, it deals with our product, what are our product, what price, harga di berapa, distribusinya bagaimana, promotion bagaimana ya. And the last is an implementation, ya. See the note here. The overall marketing plan structure should not be viewed as a series of sequential planning steps. Sorry for a while ya. Yeah, okay, back again, yeah. You see the note. The overall marketing plan structure should not be viewed as a series of sequential planning steps. And sometimes several elements of the marketing plans are decided simultaneously and related to one another. So sometimes in the market, yeah, when we get in or turn in the market, we cannot make it as a sequence. Kita tidak bisa membuat strategi itu seperti urutan. Why? Because as I said, that the market is dynamic. Market itu dynamic, dinamis sekali, berubahnya sangat cepat. Jadi kita tidak bisa menganggap bahwa semua yang kita sudah strategikan itu akan going fluently, akan mulus berjalannya. Sometimes we have to think about simultaneously, ya, ideas. Kadang-kadang kita harus ada ide yang tiba-tiba muncul ketika kita melihat the problems in the market. That's why our marketing members should be a person that innovative, talented, yeah, and well driven, and they have broad minded. Jadi mereka itu adalah orang-orang yang pemikiran luas, terbuka, tidak sempit, inovatif, ya, kreatif. Kenapa? Karena sometimes in the market they have to turn back with many ideas that they haven't think before. Ya, mereka harus mengeluarkan ide-ide yang sebelumnya tidak pernah dipikirkan dulu, ya, gitu. And the example of writing a brief marketing above cannot be used to reveal the ins and outs and details overall marketing plan. Jadi kita tidak bisa menganggap bahwa apa yang kita sudah tuliskan itu pun menjadi satu patokan. Tetapi at least we have any guidelines. Ya. As an example, if you want to go to somewhere, at least you have guidelines. You have a map first. Where to go first. The next what will you arrive. Kan kalau Anda mau pergi juga begitu. Anda tentukan dulu mappingnya. Kemana Anda pergi duluan, next Anda pergi kemana, dan seterusnya. Itu the function of marketing plan. At least you are not, you are not blind. Anda tidak buta di sana, ya. Tetapi at least you know what to do. But sometimes bisa dikatakan in several occasion or in several events, you have to get more creative ideas, ya, begitu. Okay, here we break down the explanation, ya, from the determining the company's mission, ya. Our mission should be very influential for allocation of a resource. Jadi kita harus memanfaatkan di sini, ya. Kita harus mendaya gunakan mission kita ini sebagai alat penggerak dari seluruh sumber daya yang ada di dalam organisasi. Jadi kita bisa work together, kerjasama with a goals, dengan satu tujuan. Next, profitability. Profitability, ya, it means that, of course, ya, the main goals of the market is a profit. Artinya kita pasti tujuan akhirnya adalah selalu ingin profit, ya. Dan long-term survival of the company. It means that we have prepared for a long-last project. Jadi kita harus selalu persiapkan project-project yang sifatnya long-last. Bukan berarti yang short-term pun kita hiraukan, tetapi kita berharap bahwa dengan preparing long-last project, kita bisa membuat ini menjadi lebih going well in advance, gitu, ya. Nah, the mission statement bisa based on careful analysis of the benefit both current and potential customer want. Jadi sebetulnya misi yang baik itu adalah misi based on customer, based on target, based on loyal clients, bukan based on our company achievement, ya. The company's long-term vision, which contained in the company's mission statement, defines limit of all decision and the goals and strategies adopt. Jadi kita harus membagi di sana. Jangan sampai too broad, jangan sampai too jangan sampai terlalu besar, jangan sampai terlalu sempit misi itu. Kenapa? Terlalu sempit kita tidak bisa capai. Terlalu jauh kita tidak bisa terlalu capai. Terlalu sempit kita akan terlalu dikejar target gitu. Jadi make it realistic lah for you. Ya. So it means jangan sampai myopia gitu ya. Myopia here narrow and short term thinking only. Kita harus berpikir jarak jauh tapi short term pun harus menjadi our focus gitu. Ya. Gitu. Next. Oke. Nah, yang kedua ya, kita masuk determining the goals of marketing plan. Kedua adalah menentukan goals. Goals itu tujuan yang harus kita cerai, yang harus kita capai, yang realistic, measurable, and time bound. Dia bisa terukur secara realistik, dia bisa dapat diukur secara kuantitas dan kualitas, dan ada jangka waktu pencapaian. Ya, kita secara langsung kita lihat contoh ya. Di sini kita punya list. We have list unfavorable goal statement and good goal statement. Kita comparing ya. Our goal is to become a leader in industry in terms of new product development. Here we bias. Kita mengalami bias tujuan. Kenapa biasnya di mana? Karena kita nggak jelas di sini. Kalau dikatakan kita mau jadi leader in industry, what industry? Okay, in terms of new product development, ya development produknya yang seperti apa gitu? Development produknya itu yang bagaimana gitu? Ya. Coba kalau kita lihat yang goals, yang good ini ya. Jadi yang good ini dia akan memberitahukan kepada kita spend 12% of sales, menghabiskan 12% revenue between years 99 to 20, dari tahun 19 sampai 2000 berarti 1 tahun, berarti terukur ya secara waktu ya. Ya. And development R&D is an effort introduce at least 5 new products. Jadi di sini realistik dia sebesar 12% dan ada 5 produk yang bisa diraih dalam waktu 1 tahun. Begitu. Target we achieve is for maximizing profit. Kita mau memaksimalkan profit. Profitnya berapa nggak tahu di sini. Coba kita lihat yang good goal. Our goal to achieve ROI 10%. Jadi kita nggak muluk-muluk. How many? 10%. In what time? During 1999. Dalam 1 tahun. Gitu kan? Jadi realistik di sini. Our goal is to better serve for customer. How better? Pertanyaannya sebagus apa? Our goal is to achieve our customer satisfaction at least 90% in annual customer satisfaction. Paling rendah adalah 90%. Dan kalau bisa 85% itu tetap mempertahankan customer loyal kita. Di sini kan berarti objektifnya realistik kan. Artinya based on reality itu. Ya. Dan our goal is to be best we can be. Berapa bestnya? How best we are? Nah, di sini kalau yang good dikatakan from 30 to 40% by increasing promotional spending by 14%. Begitu ya. Jadi ketika kita buat goal, coba buat itu menjadi realistic by data gitu. Oke. Yang number 3, conduct a situation analysis ya. Situation analysis, as I already explained, it is a SWOT ya, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. We can see it by internal and external. Kita bisa ngelihatnya dari sisi internal dan eksternal. Apa saja sisi internal dan eksternalnya? Production cost, marketing skill, financial resource, company image. Jadi jangan memaksakan. Don't push your organization limit to achieve what you cannot achieve. Oke? Ya, dan eksternal pun kita harus selalu lihat apakah supporting atau tidak. Oke. And number 4. Sorry. Oke. Nah, organizational response to external environment can be categorized into 4 types. Jadi ada yang opportunity seeker, ada memang mereka adalah orang-orang yang pencari peluang without care any risk, gitu ya. Ada yang reaction giver, mereka hanya menanggapi saja. Ada yang guard, ya udah daripada mereka susah-susah untuk ekspansi market, lebih baik mereka mempertahankan apa yang sudah mereka raih, tapi tidak develop. Atau analyzer, jadi mereka hanya sekedar menganalisa, tapi without any action. Which part are you? Di mana Anda? Posisi mana Anda? Disitulah Anda harus melihat Anda organisasi yang seperti apa. Ketika kita belum sanggup menjadi opportunity seeker, minimal kita lah bisa menjadi guard, mempertahankan wilayah kita, begitu ya. Okay, I think enough our material for today. Thank you so much. You can learn it again by yourself by reading the PDF ya, and please do the assignment later ya. Thank you so much everyone. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum.